Hello, and welcome to another edition of Monday Night Mashup. I'm Drennon.
And I'm Kelsey Barberio with your weekly news update.
Last Tuesday, USC honored its veterans by holding the 6th annual Veterans Day breakfast. People gathered in the Russell House Ballroom to enjoy great food, good stories, and to hear President Pastides speak. Sergeant Chris Burnett, currently stationed in Fort Gordon, Georgia, explained to SGTV why events like these make us stronger as a nation.
Well, I think the veterans in your local community, it's the support, because without the support of our families and the community, it doesn't allow us to be, we need that support to better as a nation and a better force when we have that support of our families and the community. So events like this make us stronger as a nation.
Members and supporters of the LGBTQ community gathered at Tio's Mexican Cafe on Wednesday to celebrate the overturn of South Carolina's ban on same-sex marriage.
It just feels too good to be true.
Condon sued South Carolina last month to challenge the state's ban on same-sex marriage. U.S. District Judge Richard Gergel ruled the ban as unconstitutional on Wednesday. John Michael Van Diver, a member of the LGBTQ community, sat down with SGTV to discuss his thoughts on the court's decision.
So I'm already married, but to have it recognized in this state, my home state, the state that the chills. I mean, that's all I could say. It's best in the world. We fought so hard for this.
South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson filed an appeal to overturn this ruling Friday. Last Thursday, the Campus Wellness Department brought puppies to USC's campus. Students crowded the Davis Field to pet, play, and give some love to puppies to help reduce stress. Students said that this was the perfect in-between class pick-me-up. Chelsea Larson, a campus wellness ambassador, told SGTV why Campus Wellness brings these cute dogs out for students once a month.
Well, there's so much stress going on. Everybody's stressed out. Students are, faculty and staff are, and it's actually been proven that petting animals decreases stress, decreases blood pressure, helps your immunity. And I mean, who's not happy when you're looking at puppies? So it's really important.
After the break, Kelsey will have further university news, including a political science professor's thoughts on low voter turnout and a tragedy at Copper Beach.
See, we at Capital City Sports didn't think enough people on campus knew about us, so we decided to create an awesome commercial to tell people that we mean business.
Well, how's that going for you?
Well...
All right, everybody, get into places right now. Nick, get off your phone. Blake, get off your phone. Stan, your hair is the wrong way, opposite direction. Flip it. Katie, why are you looking at me like that? And lights, please. Lights, lights. All right, and action.
This is Capital City. Ah!
All right, throw the ball. Oh, what the? All right, is the fan ready? Get that started. All right, and turn your heads right now.
I love sports. What's my line?
This is not how the commercial is supposed to go. No, that's not what I mean by a stand-up. You're right. You must not know about me. I don't care. This looks terrible.
It's going pretty good.
Welcome back to M&M. We continue with your university update with news on the murder-suicide at off-campus housing and low voter turnout. A second-year criminology student is identified as the Copper Beach murder-suicide victim. Diamond Green was shot to death by Brandon Early, who then turned the gun on himself. The murder-suicide happened Saturday or Sunday, according to coroner Gary Watts. Watts found gunshot wounds to the head of both of the victims. Green and Early were not found until Tuesday evening. However, when a roommate could not get in because the door was blocked by one of the victims. Green was a transfer from South Carolina State University. Pastides issued a statement offering his condolences to Green's family and offering counseling and support services to the Carolina community. The incident is under further investigation. Voter turnout this year was the lowest for a general election in South Carolina in at least 40 years. Only 43.6% of registered voters made it out to the polls, according to the South Carolina State Election Commission. USC political science professor Robert Oldendick told the Daily Gamecock that the low turnout was due to the, quote, lack of a hot race. Olden Dick says that competitive races are a motivating factor for voters. Without a key overriding issue, there was not much distinction between candidates. The other main factor, according to Olden Dick, is the current distrust of the government. Conditions in D.C., in addition to the increasing use of negative ads, makes many voters feel that they cannot vote for either candidate. This conflict leads to voters choosing to stay home and not vote. These factors, according to political science professors, will cause little to no change in these results. That concludes our university news this evening. Corey will have the local report in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. This is your local news. 5 Points has been growing significantly in the past 6 months. Merchants said they see support for the Columbia Hospitality District a year after concerns mounted over violent crime. New businesses include 3 bars, 3 dining establishments, and 2 retailers. 34-year 5 Points veteran and owner of Sid and Nancy, Debbie McDaniel, says that 5 Points' location and camaraderie of its business owners is what draws entrepreneurs in. Ever since a tragedy in 5 Points last year, merchants have banded together to fight negative publicity. John Sears, owner of Jake's Bar, Pavlov's, Bird Dog, and the most recent opening, the Cotton Gin, says, quote, "It's a positive outlook for the future that people are willing to invest in the neighborhood. I've never seen this much growth here at once since I've been here," end quote. In other news, the Irmo Chapin Community's Snack Packs program got a large donation this past week. Volunteers from McGregor Presbyterian Church and the Optimist Club of St. Andrew Irmo recently held drives that collected over 300,000 items for the program. The Snack Packs program provides weekend food kits for hundreds of Lexington, Richland County 5 students in need. For more than 650 students are served throughout the year. Food kits contain 15 to 20 items that are including but not limited to cereal, pasta, fruit cups, granola, and grits. Ameris Bank is also scheduled to make a large donation totaling to more than $40,000 in matching funds. That concludes our local news this evening. Haley Ingram will have your weather after this. Stick around.
Here's a story
of an awkward lady
who never really knew just what to say.
And these new friends came along
to fix their problems. Hi, Teresa.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Haley Ingram with your weekly weather report. Tonight, you can finally put away your umbrella after a long, rainy Monday because the rain has passed. But you may want to grab a coat if you are leaving your house tonight, as the temperatures will drop into the low 30s. Tomorrow is looking like the coldest day of the week with partly cloudy skies, a high of 45 and a low of 23. Fortunately, later in the week, temperatures will rise slightly into the high 50s. The weather for Saturday is looking like a nice day for the football game with sunny skies. Although, Sunday you'll have to get out your raincoat because there is a high chance of thunderstorms. As for the regional weather, there's looking about 10 degrees warmer closer to the coast with Charleston and Myrtle Beach in the high 60s. And remember, if you're traveling within the next week or so for Thanksgiving, snow and very low temperatures have affected a lot of the country in the past few days, so leave extra time to get there safely. And that concludes this week's weather update. Stick around for sports with Eliana Tiller after the break.
Welcome back to M&M. I'm Eliana Tiller with your University Sports. On Saturday, the Gamecocks traveled to Gainesville to play the Florida Gators in the final SEC showdown of the season. After quickly coming out to a 10-0 lead, Florida fought back with a strong second and third quarter to take the lead 17-10. The Gators ran down the clock but were forced to punt at their own 34-yard line as junior Carlton Hurd barreled through untouched to block the punt with 46 seconds to go. To end regulation, running back Mike Davis scored the tying touchdown, and Dylan Thompson would finish the game with a 4-yard touchdown run in overtime. The final score was 23-20. This Saturday, the Gamecocks will take on South Alabama at the Williams-Brice Stadium at noon. South Carolina's men's basketball team started the season off strong this past Friday night with an 81-56 win over North Florida. Just 2 minutes into the game, with his second dunk of the night, sophomore Demetrius Henry gave the Gamecocks an early lead. With 6 of the 11 players who saw the court scoring 8 points or more, the Gamecocks were able to hold this lead for the rest of the game. Friday's win marked South Carolina's 13th straight season opener victory. The Gamecocks will host Baylor this Tuesday at noon at Colonial Life Arena as part of ESPN's College Hoops Tip-Off Marathon. Also on Friday, the women's soccer team took on rival team Clemson for the first round of playoffs with a 4-3 win. After a 0-0 tie, the game went on to the PKs, where the number 3 seeded Gamecocks made all 4 of their PKs for the win. This season marked the first time the Lady Gamecocks had gone to the PKs since the 2010 SEC semifinals. For the second round of playoffs, the women's soccer team will face Seattle this Friday in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. That concludes our sports this evening. For more Gamecock highlights, be sure to check out Capital City Sports Coverage Weekly. There will be more Monday Night Mashup after this. Don't click away.
Don't panic. Push your bypass with the bag over your head. Push your bypass on away from the end.
So how about that football game, guys?
It's super exciting.
I know, that end was amazing.
I was not expecting it at all, but go Gamecock.
I watched like the last 5 minutes, and that was it, so it was probably the best part to watch.
Too bad it wasn't a home game, though. That would have been exciting.
It's been crazy. Well, thanks for watching this edition of Monday Night Mashup. Be sure to follow our coverage throughout the week on our website and follow us on Twitter at SGTV News4. Additionally, check out our weekend previews online every Friday for your university update on what is happening in and around the area each weekend. Have a great evening.
Hello,